Hey, what's going on YouTube? Welcome to Garnett-Tools. Today, we're going to have a look at a bunch of stuff I picked up for about the cost of one universal socket. This is what I picked up. It's a vast, not a vast array, but array of stuff that was just, in his random bin. I went there in search of some of those older USA made wrenches, but that you would usually find some of that stuff at a pawn shop. But he didn't have any wrenches, any loose wrenches, or in a set for that matter. So that's what I was there for, looking for wrenches to put in my fallen USA brand wrench set. But he didn't have any. He told me that he would have more. He has a ton of them in the back. I actually saw some sitting on a counter, but they were not. I guess he wanted to group them together before he put them out there. But this is what I found, and it all cost around like 16, I believe, something like that. But we're going to go ahead and go through all of this stuff. I'll probably go through these together, but we'll go through all of it. So first up here, this is a hammer, and I thought it was pretty cool. You obviously know it's a hammer, but I was like, yeah, that's pretty nice. Nice knurl on that handle. I didn't even take particular interest in the bottom of this, which is something I should have done. But if you see here, it says GAM. It's made by GAM Manufacturing in Lancaster, PA. See if I can get that. Yeah, there it is. Manufactured by GAM Manufacturing Co. Lancaster, PA. I thought that was cool until I researched it. Now, I didn't find any pieces that looked like it went with this. But what this is some type of machinist hammer. And you can actually unscrew this. And there's a screwdriver inside of it. And there's supposed to be a couple more screwdrivers. I think it might actually be a another piece, like a longer piece just like this. Obviously it wouldn't have this part, but another knurl and then something behind that as well. But yeah, I, I did not know that till I looked it up. And that's a pretty cool idea. And I tried to find a couple more of these, and they do make a different style heads. Like they made up they made, I don't know if they're in business anymore. They made a ball peen version of this, I believe. And that one looked pretty interesting to me. So you got your hammer plus uh your flathead screwdriver. Then I believe it's a Phillips, and then a couple and another Phillips, and then they just get progressively smaller. But that's that. That's a pretty cool thing there. Next, we'll go here. Really simple. Proto, USA Proto, adjustable wrench. 100 millimeters, made in America. Let's see here. What's that say? 704S? Yeah, 704S. So I'm not really sure how old this is. 4-inch. But it works pretty well. This is something that will be cleaned up quite easily. And for as far as a little uh, adjustable wrench goes, it's pretty good. I actually have my tape measure here. This tape measure should have showed up in another video, but I haven't done it yet. Sorry. But if you can see the size comparison, that's a pretty small adjustable wrench there. So that's that. Moving on. This was a Wiha. I suppose that's how you say it. Wiha, made in Germany. Little Torx. Pretty beat up, but I thought it was cool. Might still work. Let's see if I can probably won't be able to get that. Nope. If you can see, it's plenty rusty on these Torx tips. So I doubt this will ever be really usable. But, I mean, they're still there. May be able to get some use out of it, but it's definitely not going to work. It is 267 chrome moly. The shaft is made out of. And the funny thing is, this is made in West Germany. So it's quite a bit older. It's a T9 by 50 millimeter. It's quite a bit older than, the newer ones. And I didn't expect to see a West Germany notation on something like this. I thought this was a relatively new design for Wiha, but it appears it is not. So that's that. Next couple things is this is actually, we'll move to this really quickly. This is Superior Japanese. The only reason I bought it was because it was Japanese. Let's see, it says Continental American PL506. Then it says Superior Japan Chrome Alloy. Some gnarly designs on the handles here. I have a couple of other of these, sort of basic slip joint pliers. I'm probably going to end up dipping the handles of them in like a plastic dip. They have a tool grip type of thing that you can just dip your handles in a couple times and it'll make it, nice handle. I don't like using pliers like this. They gotta have at least something on there for me. But that was it. I don't know much about this Continental American. I think it says TM right there. TM maybe? I don't know. But cool pair of pliers, really cheap. Doesn't really matter what they cost. I'll probably keep those at home. Now, this file is a little bit confusing to me. I've never actually seen a file like this. I mean, it might be because I haven't done that much research into files, but this file comes to a point and is larger on one side. So it's tapered on end. Well, not on end, but like on its side. But aside from the rust here, which looks to be easily cleaned out, it appears to be in pretty good condition. There is a chip up here. Now, what confuses me is that I can't really make out what it says here on the shaft, on the tang here. See if anyone can help me. I'm shooting this in HD, so if you have an HD device, I suppose you can have a look at what I'm looking at. But whatever it says there, I can't really make it out. I suppose it's real good that I don't have a wire brush around. It looks to say CSINONDS NSA JAS 1. Yeah, I don't really know, but feels pretty good, and I will be cleaning that up, putting it to use in my van. I'll probably figure out a way to get that. You know what? I'll just probably let that go. Who gives a damn? But this is an American Nicholson. And I knew when I seen it, I had to buy it. Probably won't. Maybe, maybe not. The only way I can do this, as I think, if I go here, there it is. Made in, the hell is that? Made in USA, it says there. Nicholson. Does it say USA? Made in USA? It sure does. Oh, that's a bit redundant, but it's Nicholson USA, made in USA. Flat smooth, and it's a, I don't know. It's okay. Sides are definitely good, but it's got quite a bit of rear on this top side. Back side's not that bad, except for the rust, of course. But since we're this close, maybe we can make out what this says here on this other one. I have no clue what that means. Castrons. Man, I don't know. That might say USA. I really don't know. If anyone's knows anything about this, just leave a comment. It'll be nice to know. But moving on. We got what? 3 more things left because I'm going to cover these sockets all by themselves. This is, I'm sure you saw in the beginning of this video, this is a Proto 9/16 swivel socket. Now, this socket is brand new. You can tell looking inside of it that this has never seen a bolt. Normal price for one of these is like brand new. It's like 17 to 21-ish dollars brand new for one of these. This exact socket. And yeah, that's pretty much what I got the whole lot for, including it. So I had to grab it. I searched that bin, pretty well to see if there were any more of these, but there was not. Just the one. And I actually favor the Proto versions, or any version that actually have an adjustment for the pivot point. Because, once this starts to get flopping around, you can just take an Allen or a hex tool, tighten that up, and you're back in business. It's pretty good. Of the American ones, of course, there are foreign ones, like Japanese ones. I think mostly Japanese ones, that they have different technologies for this design of tool. But I thought that was pretty cool. Now, this is made by KD. KD Tools, and yes, it is the KD Tools you are thinking of. I did a little research into it, but this was $10 of the total I spent. So, if you consider, all of this was less than $10. So, this is a little kit that comes with a ton of bits. You got Phillips. I don't know if there's a flat. Yeah, there's a flat bladed on the other side of that. And then a bunch of hex tools. And they all fit into this ratchet, which will accept 1/4 inch and 5/16, I believe. If we have a look at this, Made America. Yeah, 5/16, 1/4 inch. KD, Lancaster, PA. So, I mean, I guess somebody from Lancaster went and turned in a bunch of stuff or something. Moved down here, turned in a bunch of stuff to their local pawn shop, and I happened to stumble across it. But this it's a little different in the way it holds these bits. This is tapered. This part of it, this portion of each tool, most of them. There's one or two that aren't, but you simply take the bit, and then if this is the right side in the first place, nope, it's not. But there's a hog ring inside there, and that taper gets retained, and yeah, it's a pretty cool tool here. Rock out with two tools if you'd like. This even has another flat bladed screwdriver on it. But yeah, that's a pretty cool, nice little mechanism there. The only thing is that there's one, I think the 1/4 inch bit, yes, is supposed to have a ball that actually detents, because it does not have that taper portion like one of these would. It's supposed to have a ball to retain the bit and the ratchet, and it doesn't. So that's the only downside with this kit currently. But hey, it's pretty good for home use, which is what it's going to be for if I should I ever need any hex tools, it will be from this kit. So that's that, and it was $10, a little expensive for it to be broken, have a broken bit in it. I did not notice that, but for what it is, $10 is not that much money. Tool truck will sell you plastic tools for the same, for more, the 3 times the price of this will sell you plastic tools. So, and what I mean by that is like door panel removal kits, which is usually like $30, $40 on the truck, right? So, of course, since everything has been covered, it is time for these. If I don't drop any, which I did. So, these are sockets made by a company called Indestro. If you can see here, it says Indestro Super on this one. Same here. I think all of them say that. Yeah. So Indestro was a company that was sort of like partnered with another company called Duro, and from what I can tell is that this company and Duro was the same company for a very long time. Eventually, in like 1960, they merged and started making sockets that read Duro Industro or Indestro. So earlier, Indestro was that, I suppose, their own company. They were makers of the Super Seal. Let's see here. See if I can find it real quick. I think it's the Sure Seal. Yeah, Sure Seal Bottle Capper Company. That's what this company started as. In the early, I want to say 1920s, maybe a little before that, somewhere around there, they were making Super Seal bottle cappers. And I think by 1926, they were making tools. So, as time progressed, they list an address for the company, this Indestro. And as time progressed, they eventually listed the same address as Duro. So I couldn't really find out from where or how these companies came to be the same company, but they were in fact in cahoots, if you will. But this the Indestro and Duro were like they supplied other manufacturers as well. They were a private label, but either one of their catalogs listed products. The Duro catalog listed Indestro products, and the Indestro catalog listed Duro products. So these were the find. These were pretty much the highlight of this purchase here. I found these and I just could not let them sit there. I just couldn't. It just didn't sit right with me, so I had to pick them up. These were the only ones in there, but what do I even have here? Looks like a 1 inch there. 3/4 inch there. That's 7/8, and this DB is also a 7/8. So it looks like this also predates Flank Drive as well. The corners are very pronounced on each one of these 12-point sockets. So, yeah. But they're all American made, and they're actually, some of them are. This is a quite heavy socket. I kind of like the features that these sockets have. They have a matte finish here and chrome here, and it's kind of knurled in the center here. But I mean, you can't, there's no way you would have been able to grip that like that. It's a little awkward if that was really intended for gripping. But these are a pretty cool piece of history. Since these bear just the Indestro name, it appears they would have been made before the 1960s, because that is the point at which it was Duro Indestro. So that's pretty much it. That's my little tool haul from a local pawn shop. This is all the stuff I gathered. And it was a pretty good deal at $16. I mean, you can't really beat that anywhere. You definitely can't beat it brand new, especially since this thing cost what it costs brand new, and I got one of them. I mean, I suppose if I could find a something on eBay that is missing this that I could get for cheap, I will pick up the rest of them. But that about wraps it up. I'll make sure I leave all the links to whatever information I can find on this stuff. But down in the description, I'll leave, all the links. But as usual, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more videos. Check out my Twitter and Instagram if you're interested. And thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. If you're still here, consider checking out my other reviews of quality hand tools.